Hey everyone, Blizzard KB here, and this is a Varikon Box 3x3. This is a gravity sliding puzzle. I thought about it recently because of a recent puzzle that came out called the Cyberdron Classic. The Cubedron Classic, I'm sorry. This is a gravity puzzle where you roll the 5 pieces inside the globe, and as you can see, the pieces move around based off of gravity. Slide them around, and eventually you can get the puzzle into a solved position. Well, this is another type of gravity puzzle where you slide around pieces to fill this empty hole. Right now this puzzle is in solved position, and by solved position, all the red cubes have white dots on the outside, except for this center area, which just has blue dots. This is a actual solved position. You will never get it to a point where all dots are just white on the outside, as it is with a cube like the Peter's black hole. This cube, all the other dots on the outside will be white with the red cube, and then you will have blue dots on the inside. The way you hold this cube in solved position is this peg. I'll try and bring it up to the camera very closely. There's a peg that I'm about to take out. Once you take the peg out, then you will be able to move the cubes around in any way you like. I'm going to slide it around very, very simply. You see that move around, then over here, then up here. And I'm going to move it back again. And we're back in a solid position. Now, on this cube, it looks like you can move around the center cubies, but actually these center cubes are attached to the inside, so only the pieces along the sides move. You don't have pieces in the center moving as well. There are some puzzles that are moving whole puzzles that allow the center pieces to move, but this one does not. Now there's 3 different color variations on this puzzle. There's the red one with the white dots and the blue. There's also this one, which is white with green dots on the outside and these red dots as well. And there's also a black one with red dots, except for these 3 these 3 white dots showing. All 3 of these are in actual solved position, and they have pegs in them as well. They all move the same way as this first box that I showed. And then there's also a more interesting variation, which is the Varikon Box 2x2. These are 2x2 versions of these same puzzles. Let me bring the red one up to the camera first. This one has the same dot structure. This one is not actually in solved position. And there actually is no peg allotted with this one. There is a space for it, but I don't have the peg for it. In order to solve it, it's the same as with the Varikon Box 3x3. You're supposed to move the pieces around until you just have white dots showing on the outside, except for one corner that's going to just show blue dots. For this 2x2, it's the same thing. You need to move these cubes around so that you have just green dots showing, except for one corner that's going to have red dots. And finally, this black one, which actually does have a peg in it, this one would be moved around until they were all just red dots inside, except for one corner that shows white dots. This one also has this title on it that I'll try and bring up to the screen. I'm assuming that that's the name of the company that made it. I'm going to also include in this video description a link to a puzzle page of a pretty famous puzzle solver who has more background on the inventors and also the history of this puzzle, both the 2x2 and the 3x3. I'll have links for both in the video descriptions. And again, I was thinking about these puzzles because of the recent Cubedron Classic puzzle that got released recently that talks about gravity being part of the solution. These are also some other puzzles that deal with gravity. Again, I am Blizzard KB, and these are the Varikon Box 3x3 puzzles and the Varikon Box 2x2 puzzles.